Okay.
Hi, I'm Count Goulet, and in The Lady Killers, I Chapter 8, All Aboard. This is my depiction of Mrs. Wilberforce. I started out with kind of an oval shape, and I made her head kind of scrunched down a little bit to see like she's like leaning over, kind of just waddling around. And then I added her hat and some of the like berries and stuff that were on her hat. And then I didn't like, at first it doesn't, you can't really see, but this is an orange, and I didn't really like that. So I went to the light purple, and I thought it represented her better. And I added her hair too. This is the baggage claimer at the train terminal. He had a gold tie and like the gold buttons, so I put that in gold. And then I gave him a top hat to make him more like official. These are the two investigators. I also added them with top hats, and I kind of had their eyelids or their eyelashes, like eyebrows, in a like mad pose because they're investigating the baggage claimer. And I made two of them because there was two, and one was shorter. This is Harry Robinson. First I started out with just like kind of an awkward looking dude, because to me he's pretty awkward. And then I added a tie, and I added a top hat because that's what he was wearing in the scene. And I added him with the box with all the money in it, and I fixed up his tie a little bit to make it straight. This is my first scene. It's where the investigators are in the car looking at Mrs. Wilberforce's car driving by. This is a scene where Harry is dropping off the box on the luggage cart, and there's a train behind him, and he just kind of like slides on there, so I kind of made it like I was just kind of rolling onto the bag. This is a scene where first Grandma goes to the baggage claimer, and it's kind of annoying the investigators and them, but it's kind of ironic because she's taking it away, and they're still yelling at him, the baggage claimer, about the boxes. I made the box gold because that's like where all the money is, and jewels, and
not a question, but I really like how you made the hair on Mrs. Wilberforce. I'm not sure if I've seen anybody else do hair.
Thanks.
Really adds to her being Mrs. Wilberforce.
And the first scene? I really like that perspective. It's really different and it's kind of cool. I like how that's grass in there and how that all works, but it's a lot from like most of the other ones is from over top it looks different than just on the ground.
Thanks.
Your attention to detail is really impressive, especially like even in the windows, how you can see the tint and in all the grass. It's really good.
Jake?
I like how you put them on the left side and make sure that they're a brick.
Yeah.
Very
It doesn't quite make sense because this car would be heading into the oncoming traffic. But
very
Oh, come now. You need to be asking. Yeah, Jules.
Second scene, I think, or like the box. I really like. Oh no, third scene. Let's go third scene. I like how you do separate like all the boxes separate. One thing, like, would you think about connecting the boxes like one and not like making it look like two,
for
like the gold one?
The golden.
oh
Like.
oh
make it
well,
like,
I try and make it how it's just one box, but if you actually look at the scene, it looks like there's a line between it, and that's why I put this right there.
Oh no, that's fine. That's.
I think what it is doesn't the box actually have kind of like a strap around it?
Yeah.
Some of those heavier boxes that were meant to contain heavy stuff, I mean, have a support system of straps around it, and that might be what you're responding to there. Yeah.
Search.
I
really like how the train is simple, yet you can still tell it's the train.
You have 3D set up in like all of these boxes, and that's great. It's just you could have even moved it further if you made all of the wheels kind of that 3D. Like the wheels on this cart right here, like 3D, but the wheels on the dolly.
That's true. I don't notice that.
So you could just increase it if you feel like.
How about this as a re-envisioning? I think that already Christina has pointed out using the top view, the bird's eye view, really of the last scene that we looked at there, has a good effect because you're seeing it from a different view than what you're offered in the film. But you're getting across a point. I mean, you can pick views for no reason, but that one makes a point that how close they are to converging right there. And again, in the other scene here, in the interior scene with Ms. Wilberforce walking away, again, how close they are to connecting with it here. And that, of course, is one of the essential things about this chapter of the DVD. Not only is the heist taking place, but we're seeing how precarious it all is. And frankly, it does go to down to the idea, the plan, as the professor brags about it, that nobody's going to pay any attention to her. Now, this scene is a little less obvious. Why did you choose to depict this particular one, as opposed to the other two?
Well, I thought it was just important because he was the one who got it on the cart, and I didn't really see any other important scenes in that.
Any other dramatic moments that... Okay, that's quite reasonable. Other questions or comments?
I think the way that Harry's turned around and the box is tilted really helps to make it look like he's just kind of throwing it on there and sneaking away. That looks pretty good.
I guess just to be like technical, if you like the boxes, you can like see a lot of the top of like the ones on the left, and then the like, tall one, you can like barely see the top, even though they're at like the same point.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's not correct perspective.
Vanishing points are... Okay. Other questions or comments? Good job, Paul. Who's next? Who's our next? I'm wondering, there's a way we can get this a couple of inches that way without messing up too much. Why don't you still see everything? What do you think?
That's it, so.
I'm sure you did it. The first essay that we did, the one with the music.
The control for us.
It's not on that. No, it's never been on that. I just assumed you were going to turn it in.
No, I've had it. I've really?
Okay, if you just submit it then again, it'll be all right. I'll catch it because I have to do midterm grades. And